This is Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for July 31st, 2025. The Cambodia Securities Exchange Index was up 1.59 points or 0.39% and closed at 405.95. Total trade volume was up with 41,937 shares changing hands at a total value of 241.8 million real or over $60,000. On the main board, 4 stocks were up. Leading the market was Grand Twins International, up 2.17% or 140 real to 6,600 real per share, followed by Akleda Bank, which rose 0.58% or 40 real to 6,900 real per share. Sihanoukville Autonomous Port and Cam GSM were also up. On the downside, Phnom Penh Water Supply Authority was the only stock that saw a decline, dropping 0.32% or 20 real to 6,180 real per share. Meanwhile, Phnom Penh Autonomous Port, Royal Group Phnom Penh SCZ, Pestec Cambodia, and MJQ Education remained flat. Over on the growth board, JS Land dropped 0.36% or 10 real to 2,780 real per share, while DBD Engineering stayed flat once again at 2,010 real per share. Akleda Bank again recorded the highest trade volume of the day with 24,903 shares changing hands at a total value of 171 million real or over $42,000, approximately 59% of Thursday's total trade volume. Grand Twins International recorded a distant second highest trade volume of the day with 4,609 shares changing hands at a total value of 30 million real or over $7,500, about 11% of July 31st trade volume. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real to USD slightly weakened to 4,006 real per US dollar, while the US dollar index was up to 99.75. Looking at global commodities, oil prices were little changed on Thursday as investors weighed the supply risks from U.S. President Donald Trump's push for a swift resolution to the war in Ukraine through more tariffs, while a surprise build in U.S. crude stocks weighed on prices. Brent crude futures for September, set to expire on Thursday, rose 4 cents or 0.05% to $73.28 a barrel. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude for September also rose 4 cents or 0.06% to $70.04. Gold prices rose more than 1%, moving away from the one-month low it touched in the previous session as a pullback in the dollar and fresh U.S. tariff announcements lifted demand for the safe haven asset. Spot gold was up 1.1% at $3,312.03 per ounce. Bullion had hit its lowest level since June 30th at $3,267.79 on Wednesday. U.S. gold futures gained 0.4% to $3,309. S&P 500 futures and Nasdaq 100 futures rose on Thursday morning following solid earnings reports from tech giants Microsoft and Meta Platforms. As of the time of the Cambodian market's closing, S&P 500 futures jumped 0.9% and Nasdaq 100 futures climbed 1.31%. Futures tied to the Dow Jones Industrial Average advanced 131 points or 0.29%. This was Darshana Gauchan with your B2B Cambodia Market update for July 31st.